Okay, so the question was that, recently I've noticed that, if you look at certain, there's like a lot more support.
If you speak louder is better.
Yeah. So I've noticed that there's a lot more support now where people are looking back and they're saying that Saddam was a good leader. And I've spoken to a lot of Iraqis before, and a lot of them genuinely look back, and this is what I wanted to ask you, was because over here, we've been given a media presentation of what Saddam was. And this is what I wanted to ask you about, what was it like living under Saddam? Because one of the things that I have to say is the criticism that people gave was that Saddam was a nationalist, yeah, and he was a Ba'athist party, and therefore, but however, from what I've seen, that's not really relevant to the situation. So I wanted to ask you.
Unfortunately, I lived under Saddam ruling.
Yeah.
In 1980, I was in Iraq,
Yeah.
in Baghdad, and Silmaniya, and Diwaniyah, and I know how it looks like at the time of Saddam.
Yeah.
And I know how it looks like now. Saddam, may Allah forgive him, was a criminal. He didn't spare Sunnah or Shia or
The Kurdish people.
Kurdish or Christian or
Kuwaiti.
Azidi. He did anybody in front of him, he looked after him. But how you define good ruler or bad ruler?
Are you asking me?
Yes.
I would make
In Islam and outside of Islam as well.
Okay.
But in Islam,
In Islam, I would make the argument that a good ruler is someone that preserves the Sunnah, rules by Quran and Sunnah. But I do understand that it's difficult at that time to say that there's any leader because I don't believe anybody rules by Quran.
so,
and Sunnah.
but the good
Okay,
ruler,
outside of Islam, a good ruler is somebody that looks after his people, that understands the need of his people, and somebody that understands culturally as a Muslim what he needs to do to protect his people, to protect his borders, and to make sure the same thing doesn't happen to what happened to my communities in Pakistan and India, where other people come and they take advantage and then you never stand up for the rest of your life. This is the difference, is one will protect you and the other will open the doors and allow other people to take advantage of the country.
so if Saddam Hussein was a kafir,
Whoa.
was he a kafir good? A lot of people say he's a kafir. But-
This is what I wanted to ask you. You're older than me. I watched the video where they executed Saddam and I saw him read the Shahada. How can anybody say he's not a Muslim when the last word
Brother,
on
I
his
tell
lips?
you according to other people, not me. Because I am Zahiri. I with the apparent. Yes, I judge with the apparent. If I see you having a bottle of alcohol, I say you're alcoholic. I don't gonna say, is it water inside or cappuccino?
You're going to straight away see, judge by what's apparent.
Yes. To me,
Yeah, exactly. Go away.
go away يا ابن الحرام, go away. Thank you. Go away يا ابن الحرام. Go away. Go live.
You know,
So to me, I judge with apparent. Thank you, Abuzar. من كان, the hadith said, من كان آخر كلامه لا إله إلا الله محمد صلى الله دخل الجنة. Whoever his last
yes,
speech,
yes,
shahada, he will
Yes.
go to Jannah.
yes. This is one of the hardest things to do.
I accept this hadith. I cannot turn it away. So whatever he done, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to him, what he, I don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, no, Allah knows.
It's not
best.
my job.
No, I know. But if we were to judge by the apparent, we would say, may Allah grant him mercy. If we were to judge by the apparent, because he read the Shahada and he died, and he was killed. Could be Shaheed.
Who killed him, brother?
And this
No.
is another reason.
Who?
Nobody knows.
You have to know who's your enemy.
You see, to this
You know
day,
that
I-
the Sahaba, there are Sahaba Arab Sahaba and the munafiqeen Arab. The munafiqeen Arab want to finish Muhammad alayhi salam when he was coming back from Tabuk. Do you know that?
Yes.
The 12 people tried to throw him out and
Yes.
and a lot of verses being revealed and this. So when the most honor you have when your enemy finish you, not your mother, not your sister, not your daughter, not your son, when your enemy finish you, mean you are hurting the enemy too much. I am gonna tell you something bad. I'm not gonna say all, I'm gonna say 99.79, not 7 nines, like 99.99999 of the Arab rulers are traitors. How? By the camera and the CD, and they bring you to someone, they invite you, and they do you something, and you do jiggy jiggy, they record you, and you blackmail you, not blackmail you, racist, they got it on you.
What do you think of the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan? The Taliban.
Brother, don't jump. Okay? You finish with this, Saddam?
I think I've got my answer.
Okay. At least in the time of Saddam, nobody can talk to Iraq. Even he was a traitor. Saddam Hussein, if you read his biography, how he came to power and he was in Egypt and how they, but al-ibra bil-khawatim. The most important thing is the end. The Prophet ﷺ said, a man could work all his life in kufr and he became, in the morning become Muslim and go to Jannah. And a man work all his life Islam and wake up kafir and go to hellfire.
Yes.
I believe Afghanistan is the most Islamic spot on earth I know.
Right now?
Yes, maybe this other place I don't know, but to me, with all what happened in Afghanistan, to me, is better than Arabia 700 times.
Do you know there's a lot of, because I've been there and I found there's a lot of Arabs that live there that migrated, during the Soviet war, that still live there to this day. So if you go there, you'll still find children of Saudi citizens, children of the Arab fighters that travel there.
There's a lot of Afghani Arabs. You know the Sayyidano, descendant of Muhammad alayhi salam, the Hazara, astaghfirullah al-azim, the Hazara is Shia, Hazrat is the descendant of Umar ibn Khattab. I am not praising the Arab, not Arab. Afghanistan is, to me, the most thing close to Islam on the face of the earth. I know, maybe this other spot I didn't hear or didn't see. And anybody speak one word about Afghanistan is Khanzir ibn Khanzir, is Dayus ibn Dayusa. Why? If you are better, do better than them. And I kick the backside. But don't be a belly dancer, your mother belly dancer, your father belly dancer, and Afghanistan like this. Did like this. Who are you? Who's your dad?
Yeah.
Who's your mother? What you done to Islam?
Okay,
At least
one last thing. Someone told me that the Houthi rebels in Yemen,
yes.
they're currently detaining a man that they've detained for the last 6 months, and they believe the man to be the Mahdi. The people in Yemen believe the man to be the Mahdi. There are people that are sending videos around of this man, who they say that this is the exact reason why this war is happening in Yemen, is because they believe that right now he's about 34, 35, and he claims to be a descendant of the Prophet, peace be upon him, and he's in there. They've got him locked up. What do you think of the current world right now, where people are starting to talk about the Mahdi and the coming of the Mahdi, and maybe he's here?
To be honest, brother,
Maybe because the reason I'm asking you, maybe when you were younger, you could turn around and say, brother, this happens every 10 years or every 20 years. This always happens. how will we know when that time comes?
To be honest, brother, I am very precise. I don't go far. Yes, I am the man of the vicinity. Yeah, I don't. There's so many things. Can take you miles and miles away. When you talk about Houthi and Yemen, you took me 4,000 kilometers.
Yeah, I know.
Why? Because if you don't know the reality, you are ignorant. You are a piece of brick. Because even if you are sheikh, scholar, you live in Britain, and you don't know the reality of the people, you are a donkey. Because you are a scholar if you shut up. If you talk, you are a donkey. Because you cannot talk unless you know the reality and implement your knowledge on the reality. The reason I cannot speak about Pakistan now, or Kashmir or Afghanistan, because I don't know the reality there.
That's why I was asking you about Iraq, because you will know the reality.
Iraq, I knew the reality, and I knew that Iraq at the time of Saddam was million times better. Even he was a tyrant. His sons was tyrant. There's a lot of Al-Ba'ath, you know this. Al-Ba'ath is a communist ideology and things like that.
Nationalist Party, yeah.
But now, is the National Party better or the Shia son of a mut'a better?
Nationalist way better.
I go to the National.
Yeah, nationalist way better.
Even the Prophet ﷺ said, take through it, like it's a filth, but half filth is better than billion filth. In Iraq now, million of bastard children there, mut'a. Millions.
Okay, I got one other question for you, yeah?
Brother, I'm gonna charge you 50 pence for every question.
Right, it's about the Islamic past. You know the Islamic...
Officer! Officer!
I'm busy.
Officer!
Just make it way. He has got I'll take the call, see where we go. There will be footage. But yeah, there's a way of dealing with it. People will come out and read some previous, etc. Yeah, I think it's navigation.